Good afternoon. I am back with a little share for a grunge envelope. I had a little bit of time left over from my last video before my husband gets home, and I thought, well, I got time to make one more. So I decided I would play with this black envelope, and we'll see about grunging it up to keep adding with our ephemera. So if you've been following along with me, my last video that I made was grunging up a box, and I took this negative from a butterfly punch out and I stamped it, or I distressed this. I used this as my template to get my butterfly out. And so now I was left with this. It actually was attached. So I thought, well, I could play with that. So I cut it off there, and I pulled out this black envelope and wanted to see what I could do with it. I have these clock faces that I printed that I thought were very, very cool. They're two different ones that I have, and I just been wanting to, if you can see those, use them. So I thought, well, now is the time. I have a few minutes. So I was kind of placing and playing, and I thought, well, I better turn on the camera so that you guys can play along with me. So here I am. So I was thinking something like that. I'm liking that. And then this is just some burlap, and I took some red alcohol ink and gave it a couple spurts for that color. I don't know if you can see it. It started out, normal burlap brown, and then by adding the red to it, if I can get in the sunlight, see what we can see here. It's not really red, but it's really pretty. I like it. And I thought that might go there, and then distress in a butterfly or something to make it look like it's flying away in time. So that is what I'm going to play with and see. I'm going to get my distressed inks out and see what I can come up with in this time. I'm thinking that I need to stay with the black because everything else is black instead of swapping. Now I may distress this little guy on the inside with some brown. So we'll see how that is. And it's turned out to be such a beautiful day today. The sun is shining in here, and it just feels so good on the skin and on your face. I'm so happy that spring's here. Something like that. What do you guys think? It's going to really give it some color on there. I may go ahead and just leave that. I think that they kind of tie the colors in with that one and then the blacks. So if you guys have tried your hand at the, I called it the decorating the grungy box. I have a video on it. But if you've tried your hand at it or something like that, I would love for you to leave me a comment. Let me know how it went for you. So something maybe like that. And I was also thinking maybe around these corners, but I'm kind of thinking against that now because I like the square on the square. What do you guys think? Okay, and then I also have a little bit of muslin left. This pretty much what's on my table right now is what I played with earlier. So I thought I could maybe use it up and get my glue turned over so we're not waiting forever. Actually, I could use my tacky glue. I'll get that on its side. So I think we'll just start layering. I was gonna use this red, but those kind of don't really go well to me. Those kind of do, but that doesn't. So maybe I won't be using that. And then also vellum. I don't think so. Okay, well maybe this will just do its thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing down. I want to make sure. I think in my mind, when I attach this into a book, I'll attach it where it flips down. I already have one that I made previous, a vintage looking one, and I have it where it flips the sideways, or maybe this sideways. I have a video on that one too, I believe. So I want to make sure my window's down. And then I'm thinking, because this doesn't fit that whole window, but I want to see, hopefully I'm in view for you, but I want to see what, something like that. So maybe I can turn it over, see what's going to be the best way to attach that. Maybe just a little bit of glue here to kind of hold it. Oh, I just kind of slid wherever it wanted to. So it's just barely big enough to cover the bottom of the wings here. So something like that. Okay, so now that should hold it, and we can just add some. I don't want to go too far out so it doesn't smush all over, but enough that it's gonna adhere it. And I guess I didn't think that through, because I could have left it where it would have been a tuck, or depending on, so I'm thinking maybe down a hair, like so. How are we liking that? Make sure I get my ends cleaned up there. Okay. And then this, I think I might want to curl the ends of the wings up maybe. So if I kind of roll it this way, and then around my pencil, roll it the opposite, kind of down and up. It'll shape it. We'll kind of do the same thing here. And then roll like so. And then that's kind of, will give us a little depth right here. But also when it needs to lie flat, it will too, I believe. So let's try that. The only thing I'm thinking is if I put that here, it'll kind of hide the spot of the wing that the clock doesn't fit. But then with it sitting there, yeah, I'm liking that. So let's go ahead and glue that down. Just gonna lift this up a hair because I don't want to lose my placement. Like so. And then maybe a little bit here, because this burlap, if you don't sear it, see like the ends come off. Sometimes I save that and use them for little wispies. So maybe I'll just put those there aside right now. And then this one, I'm going to go ahead and, on this flat part here, make sure I get those little antennas. And then kind of see where I want my placement. And I'm thinking there, just kind of give it a smoosh down in there. And then we can kind of fluff this since we already gave it a memory with the rolling. Something like that. And my glue is horrible. I need to... One minute you can't get it to come out, and the next minute it just comes rushing everywhere. Get that tip cleaned off. Well, it's definitely not the color that I think I had in mind, because I was thinking red. I don't know why red, but I like that. I like that clock as the butterfly. Okay, now what do we want to add to it? I have this clock. It's made out of clay. Could maybe slide a clock up in there, or where's that? I have this paper. I'm thinking that would look kind of cool, but not too thick. And where would I put it? Maybe down the side and maybe a strip here. So maybe this wide. And just pull it. Like so. And then really kind of flatten that out so that it I was going to lay because it'll probably curl back up on us. And I think I can take some stress. I don't know if I want to go black. We'll just try it on the tip and see. Oh yeah, we'll just stay with the same color. Just lightly though. Anything more than that, I think, will make it look kind of, well, it could look good. Whatever your preference are, really. And my thought is I can always go back over it once it's down if I get the outside. So if I think that the inside needs a little more playing with, you know, to bring in the creases or whatever. But you can't really do so much of that when you're trying to get the outside when it's already down. So maybe something like that. And both ends have cool ends, so I guess it doesn't matter. Just kind of rip this off here. Might come underneath to give it an extra layer. Or maybe here across the top, like so. Do we like that? Yeah, I think so. So this will be a little tricky, so I'll just have to watch that when we're doing it. What I think I'll do is go ahead and glue the paper, this craft paper, just put some around it here. Spitting everywhere. And then if I turn this towards me without getting out of your view, like that is, because it's long enough, I can maybe pull it and manipulate it a little bit from this side. Get this glue. The good thing about that is you always have time. Well, not always, but you have a fair amount of time to smoosh and work with this before it is so stuck that you can't. So something like that. And then I think I'm just going to continue with it and just kind of rip it like so. And then that gives me this extra piece that I could always use. I'm going to set this aside for just a minute until we can see what we have going on here. Might not use that one. Okay. I also have a piece of fabric that I could lay here or on this side. How does that look? Kind of time. Do we like that? Then I could use these little ones to kind of bring the coloring down. Could like lay it behind. Maybe something like that. I almost feel like something needs to be here though. Which I still have a piece of this. This is that copper mesh that I used earlier. Oh, but I have a little file folder too. Decisions, huh? I like that there, but I don't like the way that that's covering. And I think that's too clustered. This might look good up here at top with an extra layer. What if I dangle it and do like that? How's that look? And then this piece here. Yeah, I think I'm liking that. Okay. And then I still have this little glue piece here, so we'll move that here. But I have, sometimes I think this cheesecloth makes stuff look softer. So let's just try this and see. And then make sure we got the right size here. Okay, I'm liking that. Let's just do it. Let's just start laying some stuff down so we don't overthink it. That's what takes me sometimes a long time, as you get to playing with it. And the possibilities are just endless. You know, it's all pretty much, I think, what looks good to your eye. So I just want to kind of make sure I have enough there. And I think I'm going to use just a little Fabri-Tac on this piece of clay. I'll make sure that it holds. Haven't tried the tacky grab yet on clay. If anybody has done that, you could leave a comment and let me know how that works for you. Do you like it better? What holds your little clay pieces down the best? We're going to try that and see. And then I just want to kind of frill this out of here, like so. And we have that. So let's get this one down. Kind of smush it in place where it leaves its wrinkles. Like that, I think. I do a time. Button too. Too bad those weren't better. Those are kind of like porcelain. I really like those. And I think, can I use these or no? Let's see if I can smush those, sneak those in there just to give it a little added interest on that side. Give it a good squish, I think. I'll take a clothespin and just kind of hold that down a little bit. Okay, so this is the one that I am not sure, because I also have this little tag, and I could put hands on it, or a hand, like that. Okay, I like that. What do you guys think? I say let's attach it. Like so. And then look at this one. Make sure you get that little finger. These little hands, I just distressed. I was going to use them earlier and then I didn't. So they were already distressed, and then I just took and stamped them. This one with a grid stamp, and then this one with just some words, and then black. I black distressed the ends. Okay, I am liking that. Let me get the glue back, lid back on. I like that, how that's turning out. I do think I might need to just do a little, something like that. And maybe there. Now I think I can bring the brown in, because I have the brown in that crafting paper. I might just be able to add a little distressing through. Oh yeah, I'm loving it. Kind of the workaround, but okay. Well, I think the top of the envelope is done. I like how that turned out. I guess you could just keep going and going and going and adding. I think I'm going to call that done, because I'm not sure if I need to add more colors or anything to that, depending on the book that it goes in. But again, these will lay flat in a book, And then it just gives it, let's see if I can turn it to a side so you can see just a little kind of 3D effect going on. So, all right, well, there is another envelope done that I can add with my other ephemera. So, thank you for joining me. Hopefully you crafted while I was crafting, and maybe I inspired you to use something that you haven't normally thought of using. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. It means so much to me. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you have a great day. Thank you. Goodbye.